Hi guys, woohoo! Friday night, and I'm back. I hope everyone's having a great day, an awesome week. And if you're feeling the energy heavy like me, this is our time to talk. Let's connect on in. So a lot going on right now. I'm gonna start this video the usual way. If you're watching, there's no live up here, that means you're watching the replay. And that's totally cool. Still watch along because you're here for a reason right now. We're definitely going to talk about what you need to hear. So hang in there. I'm pulling up my on my phone so I could read your comments. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now, you guys. Today is the first day of Pluto retrograde, and Pluto is the planet of transformation, of death and rebirth, of new beginnings. So this retrograde is really going to set us into like a shadow period of this energy for the next 5 months, all the way through until September. We're going to be feeling these lessons coming back up, and the retrogrades really, they pull up old patterns, they pull up the triggers, the old wounds feel like they're cracked open, you know. Trust that any of these emotions that come up over the next 5 months are just all part of this bigger lesson that you're meant to be learning, you know, on your healing journey. Not only this though, this big Pluto retrograde, but we also have tomorrow is a new moon, which is awesome. New moons are all about new beginnings and opportunities. And then we start eclipse season. We have a solar eclipse, and those are about reflection too, and bringing out that shadow work. So shadow work is coming. It's for everybody. We could see it even in the celebrities right now. We could see it in each other, in ourselves, you know, the things that are being triggered, the things that are stressing us out or making us worry or making us cry, or, you know, all those emotions, they're coming up for a reason. They're attached to something deep inside looking for healing. So if you can't figure it out, write down all the triggers or write down all the emotions that you're going through. Maybe find the root that way. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I see you. Oh, Sandy, I miss you. I hope you're doing so well. Nicole, yay. Hello. And Lauren Flynn, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to start this out. I'm going to shuffle a little bit. Actually, you know what I want to do first is just a little bit of cleansing, some sage smoke for everybody. So we're just going to clear the energy right now all together. We're going to clear the cards. And while I'm doing this, I want everyone to just take a couple of deep breaths in and out with me. If you want to get a reading today, connect on in. This is the time to do it. So go ahead, if you can, close your eyes, take some nice deep breaths in, and just clear the day away. Clear away everyone else's energy, and just focus in. Think about your questions and your intentions. Think about your stress and your worries. Just feel it all swirling around in your head. Send it to me. Put it out in the universe to your guides. Send it to my cards. We're going to connect in. Let me clear them. Clear me. It's just some sage smoke. Taking in one more nice deep breath. Connect on in. Feel that clearing your lungs, clearing your internal energy, swirling around you, clearing your aura. All right. Hey, Alyssa, thanks for tuning in. So you guys, what I want to do first, I'm trying to think if I should do a 3-card or a 1-card. The first reading I'm going to do is for the collective. So everyone who's watching right now, this reading is for you. So while we shuffle, I want you to keep thinking about your questions, because this will talk a little bit about it. But it's also for everyone watching the replay. Anyone who's even not watching, you know, this is the message for everything going on right now. I think, I don't know. We'll pull 1 card, and then we'll see if we need some more clarity on it. And then if we do, then we'll do a 3-card spread. But we'll see if 1 card could just kind of sum it up. So let's shuffle in together. Tasha, hello. Yay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you're all having a great Friday night. A lot of energy right now. Watch the replay if you missed me talking about all the astrological. Oh, I didn't even mention that we just started Mercury retrograde shadow too. So in 2 weeks, Mercury is going retrograde. So you're going to start seeing those patterns too. Communication being a little bit off, glitches in the technology. So yeah, a lot. But we're going to talk today about what we can do, what's in our control to best get through all this big energy right now. Hello, Jean. Thank you for tuning in. All right, you guys, so take some deep breaths. Let's all connect in. Think about everything going on again. Keep those questions swirling in your head. Call in your guides and your angels. I'm feeling everyone's spirit team. We got some powerful people watching tonight. The ancestors are all coming in with us. We're just calling for direction from anyone who wants to connect in. Who's calling the grandma? I just felt her loud and clear. So we're just going to first ask for some clarity and guidance summed up in one card for everybody watching this video right now. I'm feeling it right here. Okay, you guys ready? I see you guys having a little combo. Alyssa, I hope you can come in and hang with us too. We have a lot of fun. All right, so whatever question you were thinking, you don't even have to type it. Just keep that in your mind's eye and see how this can relate. You know, we'll shift it around however we need to. Right away, I see the connection to this Pluto retrograde that we're talking about. So it came out reversed, but we're going to talk about it right side up first. So this is the Ten of Wands. Let's see if we can focus. The Ten of Wands, the Wands is a suit of fire. So it's all about that fiery, creative, ambitious, like the goals and the ideas and the passions. In this card, you can see this person is carrying a very big bundle of wands. So there's a whole lot of different ideas or ambitions or goals or whatever. You know, this person's got a whole lot of them. Maybe not even all their own. Maybe they're piling on other people's opinions and other people's ideas. Or other people's requests of them, you know. So this person's carrying a very heavy bundle of all these sticks. Number 10 in numerology, that's what that number is. 10 is the number of endings and new beginnings. It's the completion of a cycle. So this card's telling us that it's time to complete this cycle of carrying everybody else's stuff, caring about what other people are asking or thinking, or, you know, the judgments and the questions and the requests, all that stuff. And then ourselves too, you know, lightening the load a little bit. That's what this is talking about. It's talking about the end of this cycle of breaking our backs, carrying way too much. It's too much pressure. And if we keep it, you know, their back is going to crack. So this came out reversed, and I feel like that just adds a whole another layer to it. The reversal can make it a little bit more introspective. So saying, you know, that you're putting a lot of expectations on yourself, or maybe you're overthinking a situation, or just thinking of too many different things at once, or just juggling too many wands. The wands can represent, again, different people even, or different hobbies, or different jobs, or, you know, a combination of all of that. And I really feel like this card is telling us it's time to really go inside, first lighten our own load, lighten the energetic load from ourselves, and then really putting out the boundaries and saying, you know what, not right now. I can't do it. Or empowering other people to work on their own wands so you don't have to. Just listening in if there's anything else with this. I definitely feel like it's a transformative time, you know, and setting those boundaries is really going to help transform our own energy. Some people aren't used to hearing us say no, so that alone is going to really bring us into this level up that we're being called into. That all that blue in the background, that's throat chakra, so just keeping the communication nice and clear. And what's also interesting is this is the number 10. Pluto's going retrograde until September, so this is telling us this is what we're focusing on, again, for the next 5 months. The whole Pluto retrograde is 5 months until September. So by October, you know, we'll see the level up. We'll see the energy shift around us. But I feel like every month is going to repeat this pattern in some way or another, of someone throwing too many wands at you, or you just piling too many wands on yourself. So it's really going to be about setting the boundaries for ourselves and for other people, and just, you know, protecting ourselves from overcommitting or taking too much on. So hopefully that made sense. And I feel like too, if we do that, then we can pick 1 or 2 wands to focus on and really give them a lot more energy and make them exactly what we want them to be, instead of trying to put a little bit of energy here and there. So hopefully that made sense. I can definitely see connecting even in like relationship questions or family questions or job questions, you know, personal. I could see how it could relate to any of those. Hey Nicole, thanks for tuning in. So anyone who missed that, we talked a little bit about the astrology of right now, why the energy is so intense. And then we just did a group reading for everybody. So make sure to watch the replay because we already went over a lot of stuff. And you know what? I'm ready to do some personal readings if you guys are ready. So let me take a little water. Send me some thumbs up if you guys want to get a reading. Oh, hey, Kim. Sorry, when I'm like talking and channeling in messages, I forget that there's even a chat there. Lisa, Bear Sweet, thanks for tuning in, love. Yay. And Catherine, yay. I hope you're all having a fun Friday night. All right, I would love to give all you guys readings. I have no limit. You know, I'll do as many as I can until I start kind of getting drained. I do want to sign on TikTok a little bit too after this, just because that's where I get the biggest crowds. You know, you gotta throw it to that social media once in a while too. But yay, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for trusting me with your energy. I hope I can bring you all some clarity and guidance. So the way this is going to work, I have a little bowl here with different codes on it. I'm going to show the code, and the first one on my end to comment with the code will get the reading. When you get through, when I call your name, just be sure to comment and say if you want to go with the flow and just see what the card tells you, or if you have a specific question, you could type it, and it doesn't even have to be like a whole typed out paragraph. It could be job, love, you know, or it could be one sentence. I don't even know. What do I need to do right now? Like it could be, you know, you could be as specific as general. If you want to connect in with an angel, we can definitely, I can pull them into and see if they want to send you a message through the cards. So just say the angel's name you want to connect with if that's it, because there are a lot right now. We're not trying to play Guess the Spirit. All right, so let's just go. Oh my gosh, you're from the UK. That's exciting. What an honor to have you here. I'm right across the ocean. Oh, Corey, congratulations to your sister. That's so exciting. Talk about some new beginnings on a new moon. That's what tomorrow is all about. Many opportunities, perfect time for manifesting. So, you know, set your intentions before the wedding. All of you, you know, set those intentions. Take a second, call in those angels, because I know you guys have the most beautiful angel team around you, and tell them exactly, you know, what you want the next 50 years to look like. Put those intentions out there, because tomorrow is the day to plant those seeds. So yay, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see pictures. Hey, Karen. All right, you guys, you ready for our first personal one-on-one reading? So here is the code. Oh my God, I just said one-on-one and it's 101. So code 101, first one on my end, and I'm doing it from my phone too. So it's going to be, you'll see yourself first. I'm going to trust the lag though, and let me see who it brings up. Lauren Flynn. Yay, congratulations. You got through for the very first reading. The rest of you guys hang in too, because I will be on for a little while. And also make sure you watch the replay, because I just did a group reading for everybody. So even if you don't get through tonight, that reading was for you. All right, Lauren, just connecting in with your energy. Let me know if you have a specific question or just want to go with the flow. And just think about everything going on. All right, Lauren, well, let me know if there's a specific angel we're talking to tonight. Just give me a name, and we'll see what they want to say. I'm calling in Lauren's angel team. All right, I'm feeling it right here. Okay. So Ruth is the name. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Let me know. So I just feel like this big warm hug, and just like wants to put kisses all over your face. A lot of love from this energy. She is, this is a female, right? I just feel, oh my God, like, talk about a cup overflowing. Like, her heart was bigger than her person. Like, she just loved and wanted to nurture and care for everybody, and just, was this like a martyr type energy for your family? Because I feel like she really is someone who brought people in and called, you know, cooked the big dinners to bring people together. Just very loving, very protective over the family. I also feel a little bit of that like no BS type of energy with her too. Like like she was quick to like shut it down. Oh, your godmother. She feels like just such a beautiful soul, like really an earth angel when she was on this plane. I feel like you guys just had this beautiful connection. Like I see you guys going on special dates together, you know, hanging out. I don't know if she liked to buy you clothes, but I see her holding up clothes, or if she was like to dress up or anything. But I see her holding up like a hanger, so that's what just gives me that connection. So I'm gonna pull up the card. I just called in and asked what message she wants to send you tonight, and especially Ruth. This Ruth, she will tell it like it is, so it's coming from her. So here we go, those wands again, and they came out reversed. So the 8 of Wands, the 8 in numerology is the number of the manager, the powerhouse, and I feel like she's really validating that that's who you are, similar to her, where you could just like kind of gather everything together, get everything in line. You know, you're really good at just keeping things organized, keeping people managed, and you're someone who does kind of like thrive in the chaos, like when there's a lot of stuff going on, because you can see in this picture there's just wands really charging forward and moving quickly. I feel like she's just kind of acknowledging for you that right now is a time where things are going to start moving a little bit faster, and that you do have some big plans ahead of you, and this is asking you to just kind of, you know, again, delegate some away and see which of these wands, these ideas and goals that you can kind of set on the back burner for now, so that way you can really focus on just one. Tasia's feeling it too. Wow. I feel like this is also the 8 in numerology. When it's on its side, it's the infinity symbol. The infinity is talking all about cycles and patterns, and I feel like you are in this pattern in your life, and she's kind of starting to see that now from where she is, where maybe you get like busy, and then all of a sudden, like with this coming out reversed, I feel like you're the person whose body is going to really let you know when it's just had enough. And I feel like that's kind of the heads up that she's given you, is just don't overdo it, don't overexert or overwork yourself, you know, really kind of be a little bit more mindful of exactly where you're giving your energy to, so that way you don't give it all away and then have to, you know, take a good rest from that. But she's making me feel like you've done it to yourself plenty of times, where you just kind of like burnt yourself out. So she's telling you, you know, you might be getting yourself there right now. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but that's just kind of what I'm channeling in with this. So I feel like she's kind of giving you the okay to slow down a little bit, take some time for yourself, especially again with this retrograde starting. It's all about kind of going internal and getting a little bit more in touch with yourself and doing the shadow work. Wow. You manage a lot of people as a project manager, I bet. So yeah, so I know you probably don't even have the choice to be like, no, you know, I have to go take a nap right now. But do what you can to give back to yourself, even if it's like a meditation once a week, or, you know, a yoga class or something, just like where you can really be mindful and calm in yourself. So hopefully that makes sense. I just feel so much love. And I don't know if 8 connects in with Ruth also. If August is an anniversary of anything, maybe a birthday or an anniversary to her, and or if there's just a birthday or anniversary she wants to acknowledge in August. But I feel like she's throwing that out there as a message too. I feel like she has kids herself, right? Because I feel like she just wants you to send her love to the whole family. Like she's really just like putting her arms around a lot of people. So it's making me feel like, you know, there's a lot of people here who still love her and think about her and miss her. So she's just sending her love to the whole crew. And yeah, hold on to that August. Know that Ruth is going to be around with you, whatever you guys are doing. Maybe you're going on a vacation or something, but know that she'll be there celebrating right along. All right, thank you so much for connecting, and let's just keep moving right along. All right, so we're going to pull another code. $3333. Sorry, this is my blurry camera, sorry guys. So whoever pulls up 3333, or the first one on my end to comment, will get the next reading. All right, Kim Ko, you came through first, love. So let me know if you have a specific question or just want to go with the flow, or if you have a specific angel that you want to connect in with. If so, just give me a name. Yay. I'm honored to read for you. And look, you just keep commenting. You need this. I feel like this 33 is coming up for you for a reason, too. Okay, job is your question. Sure thing. So just take a couple deep breaths with me while I connect in. Try to think about that job. All right, I feel you're right here. All right, you got the Chariot. Your message with this card is to just keep charging forward, keep moving, keep going. This isn't the time to change direction. You know, keep your eye on the prize, keep moving forward. It's saying you do have a good support team around you, so really, you know, call on them when you need them. And it's not just in the job either. The support team there's such different energies. Like the Sphinxes represent that duality, the yin and yang of the more grounded people in your life, the more spiritual people. So, you know, you can pull from where you need whenever you need the extra support. But, you know, even if it's a lot, just keep moving forward because that's the direction that you're meant to right now. It is going to take, all this yellow is our solar plexus. So it's going to take some extra strength and confidence to keep going. You probably will know those times when you're like, should I, shouldn't I? But this is saying just keep moving. And that blue is the throat chakra. So, you know, speaking up and expressing yourself as you need to is going to be really important. Number 7 at the top, 7 in numerology is the number of analyzing and research, really like digging deep on a situation. So whatever does come at you, because this is all about the external influences, like all the things that are out of your control coming your way, and you just kind of have to keep moving forward. And that 7 is telling you that whatever does come your way, really look closely at it. You know, don't just be impulsive in your yeses or your decisions. Really look closely, analyze the situations that are coming your way, any questions or problems or anything like that. You know, really go as deep as you can. Read the paperwork, talk to the other people, whatever, you know, research that you need to do to get the whole story on the situation. And then just keep, again, be confident and keep moving forward. 7 also can connect to July. So there may be a shift or a change in direction in July. But from now till then, what is that? For the next 3 months at least, this is telling you just keep moving forward. Hopefully that makes sense. The Chariot. Oh, and you guys, on my website, thevenusmoon.com, I just uploaded a resources page. So if you get a card, like the Chariot is on there. If you want to go a little bit deeper on my message, it's pretty much a similar message to what I just gave you, but there's more info on there. So, and I also posted a bunch of crystal meanings too. So if you have crystals at home, you're like, what does aventurine do again? I put all the meanings. So thevenusmoon.com, and then you do the drop-down menu resources, and then they're all there. I even put the numerology meanings on there. So if you're questioning, like, what is this number? I keep seeing 444. What does it mean? Go look up the number 4. Something to think about, Kim. I feel a lot of strength in this card, so whatever, just trust that whatever decision you make, it's going to be the right one. Keep moving forward. That's all you can do, right? Hey, Chell. All right, let's pick do another reading. 22. 22, a master number. That's speaking of 4, right? 22 adds up to a 4. And tomorrow's the last day of April. Yay. So, and you guys feel free also to share this video with anybody who else that you think could use a reading right now. Dakota, you came through. What an honor to do a reading for you. Don't they call you Chef Decode? I love this. I love your posts. All right, so Dakota, let me know if you have a specific question, if you just want to go with the flow, or if you want to call in an angel and connect with them and get a message from them, just give me a first name. I'm just going to connect in with your energy. All right, I'm feeling you right here. Just going to go with the flow. I love it. All right, so here we go. We're going with the flow. And this is an interesting one because you got the 5 of Swords and it came out reversed. So a lot to unpack with this card. We'll flip it over first and talk about it right side up. And we'll start with the number 5 because there's a lot with that 5. 5, we're going into May, right? So this could be your message for May. Also, we were talking earlier, Pluto just went into retrograde today for the next 5 months. So this could be also your message for the next 5 months. You know, we're going through these big major shifts and lessons and transformations over the next 5 months. So hold on to that number 5. I feel like May is going to be a big step in your personal transformation right now. 5 in numerology, it's also the number of freedom. So whatever, you know, lessons and challenges you face, just know that on the other side, you'll be able to breathe, you'll feel more free. So, you know, even though you could see in this card, there's the swords, there's the people walking away, trust that on the other side, like this is the way it's meant to be. Okay, so just please everyone also just ignore the trolls, just throwing that out there. The scammers. All right, so Dakota, with this card, the Suit of Swords, it's connected to the thought, the mental challenges, even our spirituality, the challenges around us, you know, the questions that we might be having. And you could see in the card, the one person is holding the 3 swords. The other 2 people just dropped their swords and walked away. So when you see this card, it's really talking about the end of a situation. There's no winners, no losers. Everyone's just going to kind of accept and walk away, you know, move the direction that they need to move. But yeah, on the other side again, there is freedom. But you can see all that blue, there's going to be a lot of expression, a lot of people speaking up, maybe opposing ideas because of the swords. Now with it coming out reversed, it does add a couple other things to it as well. Sorry, just listening in because there's a lot with this one. So one thing, this could be kind of talking about an internal conflict that you've been having where you're like, should I, shouldn't I, is this the thing, is that, you know, or whatever. And this is saying whatever, you know, is pulling you in different directions to just kind of walk away for a little bit, step away, put it down, you know. Sorry, just doing the block thing. There we go. Sorry, that troll was distracting me. So talking about, you know, internally moving away from something that might be stressing you out or, you know, giving you a mental challenge. It could also be talking about a situation like this, like a tense kind of situation with other people, just getting started, you know, not like a blockage to walking away, a blockage to, sorry, wow. So who is around you? I feel a man in spirit, and he's distracting me also. I don't know if this is a granddad or just somebody, but he's very protective of you, and I feel like he's just like stepping in with this too, whatever is going on. He's telling me that your energy is very, very carefree. You don't have time for drama and stress and whatever, you know, this card might be talking about. So I feel like it's really just telling you, again, for your own sanity, whatever situations are tensing you out personally, stay away from them. Okay, I was going to say Dad, but you seem so young. I'm sorry to hear that, but he is there, and he wanted me to make sure that I validated that for you. Yeah, he's telling me that your whole life, like, that's not your energy of, like, getting involved in stressful situations. So, you know, although maybe in the past you have, and so he's saying walk away. Like, let that be the main message of this card. Whatever's going on, the best thing to do is just take some time apart. 311, all I need is a little space and time for my mind, right? I feel like that's kind of what this is telling you. And again, it's through May and through the next 5 months. So even if you aren't sure what this is talking about, any tense tense situations that come around, trust that that's what they're telling you. Space and time. Step away. Put it down and walk away. And that's when you're going to get that clarity and be able to breathe and feel a little bit more in control of the situation, you know, when you can kind of have some space from it. That's the message I'm getting from this. Hopefully that resonates. Your dad feels like a lovely person. He seems like he was a very funny guy. Like, I just see him, his warm smile, and I feel you guys just like a lot of laughs together. At least that's what he's making me remember. All right, you guys. Thank you, Dakota. Thanks for connecting in. I hope that gave you some clarity. I know that was a lot, a lot of stuff going on with that card, but yeah, my brain's already feeling more clear. And thanks for tuning in. All right, anyone else feeling they need a reading right now? Send me some thumbs up so I know you're still there, and let's pick another person. Oh, send in my love, girl. The hearts from Dad. All right, 55 is next. So first one on my end to comment, 55. All those fives, we were just talking about fives. I see the thumbs. You guys are ready. Corey, you came through. Oh my gosh. And right away, oh, all the angels around you. You know, the ones that are closest. We got Mama and Dad both here. Just, I feel their hands on both of your shoulders. And then our beautiful Renee standing right behind you. Like, they're like, we don't go anywhere. Oh. Not gonna cry. Renee, let me know if you have a specific question or if you just want to go with the flow. But I hope you can feel them even stronger right now. Feel that warmth around you, because that's how they're showing me that they're going to let you feel them. Like little warm and tingly. So Mom and Dad are ready to party tomorrow, by the way. They are ready. They got their shoes, their dancing shoes on already. So know that they're going to be there. Just connect it in with your energy. All right. So I'm just seeing what your question or comment or go with the flow in is. But I have your card right here. So we can just start talking about it, because there is a bit of a lag, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. And then if you do post a question or want to just go with the flow, I'll catch up and we can kind of like work this to go with whatever your question could be. But here we have, okay, go with the flow, perfect. The Queen of Swords, and this came out reversed. So first of all, whenever the face cards come out, they always connect to a spirit with me. And right away, this is Mama coming through. And I love it, because the Queen of Swords represents a very just like quick-witted, no BS. Like, you know she loves you, but she's also going to call you out. Just that very smart, fun, like funny, because she's so like, she could say something with such a straight face and just like make you laugh so hard. She was definitely like the problem solver too, and I feel like that's her coming through with her sword, like just wanting to be like, okay, clear this away, clear that clutter, you know, cut whatever cords you need. Christine, thank you for the stars. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. So another message with this Queen of Swords is just listening in. When she comes out right side up, so again, the Queen energy is very confident in her throne. She's very just smart and like strong, that nurturing type of energy. And this Queen is more logical over emotional. When they have the swords, they're more about, you know, making their decisions logically and kind of like leaving the tears out of it, if that makes sense. They just want to be very, you know, efficient. Again, also, like I said, very just like quick-witted, very quick on her tongue. self-expressive. All that blue is like no fear to speak up. They will tell you whatever they're thinking. And I feel like this is coming up, and especially coming up reverse, because she just really wants all of you guys to have that energy from her. You know, that's kind of what she's trying to pass down. Even to Ray, she just wants that very, you know, she's strong. This Queen of Swords, she holds up that sword, and she is ready. She's ready to take action. She's just reminding you how strong she is, how strong all of you guys are. And she wants you to be there tomorrow, not crying because, you know, not letting the emotions take over in a sad way, but being happy and knowing that they are there, and, you know, just really enjoying the present moment, enjoying the future. And again, I just keep getting clear away the clutter. So I don't know if there is something, a room in the house that she's like, okay, we're going to get to this next, or, you know, like something like that. Or it could be energetic clutter. It came out reverse, so it could even be just like, you know, overwhelming thoughts in your head. But I really feel like she's coming in just saying something needs to, like a cord needs to be cut, something needs to be cleared away in order to really, you know, open up the paths for whatever's next. And just keep, you know, don't be ashamed to express yourself. Speak up for yourselves. I feel like she's so proud because you guys already do. And she's just really validating, like, you got that from your mama. And, she, you know, snapping her fingers like, you guys got that. Oh my gosh, it's her. Your sunroom is filled with her belongings. So maybe she's telling you, you know, again, we're talking about Jupiter going, or Pluto going into retrograde for the next 5 months. It doesn't have to be an overnight thing, but take those next 5 months. It's not going to be a fun thing, but, you know, go through it. She's telling me she's got some presents in there for you guys. She's got some stuff in there that you're going to open and be like, mine, you know, like you'll be loving it. And then she's telling you there's some things that you don't need to hold on to. You know, there's families out there that could use it and that will really appreciate it. And she's saying just take that space back for yourself with that message. Really, you know. But she's saying, but don't get rid of everything. Like, she's like, there's good stuff, you'll like it. So hopefully that connected and made some sense. I just really feel like that's her, you know, talking about the strength of the family, keeping everybody strong and confident and, you know, up for the challenge, because that's her holding that sword ready, but very smart about it. Thank you so much for connecting and sending you guys so much love for an exciting day tomorrow. Hi, Mina. I would love to pull a card for you. The way that this works, and we're about to pull one right now, is I'm going to pick a code, and the first one on my end to comment with the code will get the next reading. So we're going to do a couple more. If you get through, if I call your name, just be ready with either your question, or you could just say go with the flow. I'm trying to pick one I didn't pick already. All right, I like this one. And if you want to talk to an angel, just give me the angel's name too, and we'll pull a card with a message from them. All right, so next code is love. You're hanging with Venus Moon. Of course, we're going to be talking about love. She is the goddess of love and beauty and all those fun things. Let's see who it is. All right, Erica Lopez. You came through, love. Congratulations. Yay. Let me know, Erica, if you have a specific question or if you just want to go with the flow. And again, if you have a specific angel you want to connect in with, just let me know a name. Janet, love is great, isn't it? I feel like it's the secret of life, right? To love life, to love each other, to love ourselves, to love whatever we're doing. She's going to go with the flow. Perfect. Okay, Erica, so just take a couple deep breaths in and out. Connect on in with me. Think of everything going on. All right. I got you right here, love. Love. Erica, love. Is love a theme in your life right now that cards want to be talking about? Is that why you got through on this question? Or is the spirit coming through and just telling you how much they love you? Maybe a masculine energy on the other side, the King of Wands. So first thing we're going to talk about is the spirit connected to the King of Wands. So you have a man in spirit around you that's very fiery, creative, you know, maybe a bit of a temper, but just very like inspiring though. He was ambitious, someone who could really, you know, think of something and create it. The kings are like a master type of energy. So this makes me feel like he was more of either a father figure, a grandfather, you know, but around that fire, maybe even a fireman, you know, or something to do with that fiery energy or creative energy in this life. But he just wants to come through and be acknowledged. So hopefully you know who he is. If not, he may be someone who passed before you met him, or an ancestor, but he's around you. When this card comes up, I also feel like this is talking about your own energy too. This wand represents one big idea, one creative project, one ambition for you, you know, a goal for you. This magic wand that you're holding. Okay, your father, yeah. So I feel like this is dad coming through, encouraging you, you know, giving you some of his fire. I feel him taking his torch because he was, you know, if you said, Dad, I need this, like, he could make it happen. Maybe not that in that sense, but I feel like he's telling me he was handy, you know, like he might rig it up, but he tried. But this is him taking his torch and lighting yours and saying, you know, you can do this, you can make this magic happen. This is really your time to master it though. So your goal for the next 5 months, I feel like all through spring and summer, is mastering whatever this one magic wand is that you're holding. So if there is a career path that you're on, or school, or, you know, a relationship, whatever is sparking your fire and bringing you the most passion and the most excitement, that's where your focus needs to be. You know, you could definitely give time to other things. You want to balance it out, but don't do anything that's going to take energy away from this passion. It's very important. I really feel like you're towards the end of this mastery level. You know, you're about to level up in whatever this is. And I feel that fire energy with it too. So it might be something very creative, or maybe you are creating something. Or maybe it's just something that you're going to inspire other people with. You know, you're going to light other people's torches and fires. Ooh, financial markets. Wow. That is definitely helping other people, right? So yeah, the next 5 months is your time to really just level up in this and really master it. So keep focusing, keep your eye on the prize, stay motivated, stay ambitious. I feel like he's saying, you know, to light that fire under your butt. So if you're feeling a little bit of like a blah or directionless at all at the job, keep the eye on the prize with this. And really just be confident. Years of studying, yeah. I can only imagine. You probably have to learn a lot with that. You also have a lizard on the bottom of the card, and lizards are a sign of transformation. And I feel like this is telling you, you know, not only are you going to level up, but have a whole transformation from this. So maybe you'll get some kind of promotion over the next 5 months, or, you know, a new offer of some type, a new opportunity. But I really feel like this is calling you to, like, your higher calling is to just keep going, keep moving, keep growing, keep that fire lit, because it's only going to get bigger and bigger and reach so many more people, you know. All that yellow, that's that strength and our confidence and courage. So keep going, love. You got this. Thank you so much for connecting in. And yay, would anyone else like a reading? Send me some thumbs up if you're feeling it, and we'll pull another code. All right, ready? Thumbs, thumbs, thumbs. Thanks, guys. All right, the next code, the first one on my end to comment, 7777, we'll get the next reading. If you get through, just give me a specific question, or say go with the flow, or if you want to connect with the angel, comment angel. Can you tell I'm Italian the way I talk with my hands? Christine Spalt, you came through, love. Yay, Christine, congrats. So let me know, love, if you have a specific question, if you just want to go with the flow, or if you want to connect in with the angel, give me a name. And let's just connect in our energy. All right, we're talking to Donnie. I feel Donnie right here. Oh, talk about a fun laugh. Like, I just feel him laughing from his belly. Just, when he was happy, he lit up the whole room. I'm right. I feel the masculine energy. That's why I'm saying he, but correct me if I'm wrong when I'm calling, when I'm saying Donnie is a he. But I'm just feeling this very just strong energy that's making me go in that direction. Oh, Donnie is a she. Okay, so then Donnie is strong. That's what was making me say like even question it, because I'm like, okay, maybe that's not a he. But Donnie, I feel like, is the warrior. Like, very strong energy, very just Donnie's just telling me that they were a fighter in this life, you know. So I don't know if towards the end they had to fight a little bit harder. But I just really feel like their fight inspired a lot of people. I'm just listening in. Oh, I wish you were here and we could actually have the conversation, because I just got like so many different questions that I want to spit out to you, but it would definitely be more efficient if I had a quick response to them. So I'll just ask Donnie to show me, you know, we'll go to the card and give the message, and then I'll add in anything else that Donnie wants to say. So this is the message that Donnie wants to share. So you have a very similar energy. So was Donnie a younger person when they passed, or a younger type of energy? Because that's what the Page of Wands represents. Again, that wand is the fire. They are very, like I said, inspiring, more creative type of energy, a fiery energy, so maybe even connected to the fire signs Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But the pages are younger or like a more naive type of energy. So I feel like that's why this 51, yeah, that's definitely young to cross, but I feel like she was very young at heart too. Like, that's why they just came in laughing. Was Donnie a smoker? Because maybe that's why I was feeling that more of like a raspy laugh with them when I first connected in. August 1st. What is that? Virgo? No. I think that is a Leo, right? Yeah, I think August 1st is a Leo, so that would make sense with the fire. I feel like this card is talking about, like, she was really kind of like thrown into this journey that she was not prepared for. Really pulled her out of her comfort zone. Okay, COVID and pneumonia. So that's probably this journey, because you can see this person, they're just kind of like standing there holding this wand. Like, she's like, I was so strong, and then all of a sudden I was just like in this whole new world, like this whole new dimension, and very just like directionless. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do to feel better. Sorry, just listening in. So were you, I definitely feel like you and Donnie were very close, but were you not able to be there when they passed? Because they're making me feel like a little bit of a distance when it was time to say goodbye. Like, they felt you saying goodbye, but maybe you couldn't be in the same room with them. But she's telling me that she was with you. You know, you didn't even have to be in the same room with her, because at that point she already had left her body and saw, you know, she was there with her arms around you. Maybe even you could feel it. Is this mom? Because I just keep hearing mom, or someone who loved you like that, just very very nurturing and caring for you. Oh, best friend. Okay, so yeah, I feel like she was that person that just like had your back and really, like, you know, wanted to make sure that you were always taken care of, always had food, always, you know. Okay, you weren't at the hospital. Yeah, she's letting you know that it's okay. You know, you don't have to feel guilty for that. She was there. She was with you. She was like, I wasn't at the hospital either. But yeah, she knows that it was definitely a hard goodbye, because it was quick. You know, she fought, she tried. That's her coming in as that fighter. Like, she really put in all that she could, and just, she showed me that she was given the options of, you know, to keep the fight going, but they told her that it would be a very long time of fighting, and then they showed her the other option of where she is now, and I don't know if you just saw my lights just flicked, but she's like, the other option was just so beautiful, and she couldn't resist it, and she's like, you know, I wanted to stay strong for everybody, but at the same time, she could be there even more strong for you guys from where she is now. And she's telling me that she really watches over you, and she says she flicks your lights too. She's good at that. That's part of her fire energy. She could connect in, and, you know, when you see the lights flicking, ask her a question, and then she'll flick them again for you. Okay, so that's why she's bringing up mom. Her mom lives with you now, so let that be her sending a big hug. I was gonna say saying hi, and she's like, I'm not saying hi, I'm giving a hug. Just so much love from Donnie. I really feel like she was a spitfire. You know, that's a part of that fiery energy too. Like, she was a good time. She's like, I just can't believe it, how it took me out like that. She's like, she's so funny. She's like, I'm in disbelief. Like, and I feel like kind of everybody was, because it's like 1 second everybody's fine, and then the next second it's like, we don't know what to do. But just trust her when she says she is in such a beautiful place now. She's got everyone around her. She shows me a baby with her, so I don't know if there's a baby in spirit, but she's letting you know that, you know, she's holding, there is a baby over there that she's holding, and there's a dog with her too. She's got the whole family there, and she's like, you don't have to worry, you know. Talk to Donnie because she's around. Did she like coffee too? Because she's like, have a cup of coffee with me. She just wants to like sit and relax and chit chat like the good old times. So just please know that she's there. Oh, baby Renee. She just gave her a little kiss. So thank you so much for connecting. And Christine, is Jazz the pup? Yeah, so let that just be validation that everybody's together on the other side. And that's just the very few. She just wanted to show me them, but as I look beyond her, there's so much more. You know, she's just really supported over there, and she's telling you guys, you know, she's there. It's not for a while, but when you guys are ready, she'll be there helping you out too, and she'll show you the different paths, and you'll agree with her that this is beautiful where she is. So hopefully that all resonates. So much love to you guys. Big giant hug from Donnie. I said, Donnie, I'm sorry I called you a he. And she's laughing. No hard feelings. You know what? That cough that I was hearing must have been the pneumonia. Because when she first connected in, I was hearing like, but it was like the most beautiful laugh, but I could tell that it was a struggle. All right. So much love, my girl. Thank you for connecting. Let me drink some water, and let's pull in the next person. All right, first one on my end to comment, 4444. We'll get the next reading. And if I call your name, just be ready with a question, or if you want to go with the flow, you could tell me go with the flow. If you want to connect in with the angel, just let me know their name. Hi, Catherine. Claire Connolly. Oh my God, Claire, right off the bat, I hear woofing. The pup is coming through, and I'm asking to express in a different language to me so we can have a whole conversation. All right, so Claire, let me know again if you have a specific question or if you just want to go with the flow. Just connect it in with your energy. All right, right here. All right, we're talking to Billy tonight. Let's see what Billy wants to say, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Billy. Okay, So with this card, we got the Five of Pentacles reversed. So with this card, I feel like the first thing that Billy wants to acknowledge is, hold on, there's a lot to unpack. We're going to talk a little bit about the card upright first. So this is the card, the energy with it is like a wounded type of card, like a victim, you know, and almost like an unfair type of energy. So I feel like this might be talking around his passing, you know, or his time. It seemed very unfair. So I'm not sure if he was a younger guy when he passed. So with this card, I just feel a lot of that, you know, a lot of grief around his passing, a lot of that, like, why, that questioning it, why me, why him, why, very, like, all the black in the card is making me feel like, you know, you do have a lot of questions of, like, even understanding about it. He was 53. Okay, and that's a 5, so that would make sense in his 50s. With this card coming, I just feel like there's some, like, heavy stuff, and that's why I'm, like, kind of trying to word it in my head, so bear with me. I feel a lot of black in his body, so I don't know if there was like a cancer at the time of passing, or just or a similar type of disease or something in his body where it kind of was just like taking over, and it just felt very unfair to him. I almost feel like he's telling me he's had some bad luck. And that's like, that's the way he's putting it. He's like, Krissy, I've had bad luck in my life, and that's just a part of it. But again, that 5 in numerology, 5 is the number of freedom, and he's really saying, you know, on the other side, he's finally free. He's free from that, and he's free from the suffering. He's just kind of showing me a little bit more about, like, you know, that he's had some struggles in his life. He's had some harder times. But he's telling me he always tried to make the best of it, you know, even if you guys were, if things weren't so easy. Like, he was just trying to be positive and trying to see the bright side of it. And, like, I just feel like that's his attitude of, like, we may not have everything, but, you know, we're gonna make it feel like we do. Let me know too, Claire, if any of this is connecting in, because then I could just keep talking forever to Billy. But sometimes if I don't get a response, then I overthink it and then I stop talking. I'm just going to see if there's anything else he wants to add in. So I feel like his message with this card for you right now, Claire, is, you know, again, in this card you could see these people, they're out in the cold. They have no shoes on, they have their crutches. Like, it's a very wounded type of energy. And I feel like he's saying, you know, that you've been feeling that way too, you know, as much, like, you're definitely on this healing journey, but life's just been throwing you these things that make you question, make you feel like a victim at times of, like, why is this happening to me? Why? You know? Or maybe even something as simple as just, like, questioning. No, we're gonna leave that. He's telling me no. But I feel like this is coming out reversed because it's telling you that you're definitely on the healing path of that now. You know, maybe in the past, you were more, you know, taking things personally, more taking things like as traumas in yourself, and now you're on this healing side of it where you're going to start working through these traumas, really processing these traumas, and he's there assisting you from the other side, along with the rest of your angel team. You really have a great support system around you in this life and in spirit, and they're going to help you to never feel this way again, to never feel this, like, trauma, this victim. You know, they really want you to strengthen up to a space where it's easier to process, you know, that hard times happen, and, you know, you don't let it take you down for too long, because they're just telling me how special and how powerful you are, and that the world needs your light. Like, you are such an, I feel like you have all these gifts yourself. You know, you're a healer yourself, and when you're glowing at your highest vibration, you can help so many people. So they really want to help you right now, and they're telling you you're on the right path of this healing journey, of getting onto the other side. Again, 5 is the number of freedom. I really feel like you said, can I ask, questioning what, my relationship? I mean, if that's the first thing that came to you, then maybe that's what you were feeling. I was just feeling more just questioning why. I don't know. They cut me off there. They cut me off of that thought. So maybe that's to provoke thought in you of what you might be questioning. And if that's what came to you first, then I would go deeper on the relationship thing and see if there are any questions around it. But I definitely feel like this healing journey is going to help with relationship, help just strengthen yourself up, help with other relationships, help with, you know, whatever your higher calling is. You're healing yourself on so many different levels. And Billy regrets that he's not there, because he's telling me right now that you already are going through such a transformation. You know, he sees such strength in you, and he's so proud of you, and he just wants to give you a big hug. Is this Dad by any chance? I just feel almost like that fatherly energy to him. So if it's not, let me know who he is. But I definitely feel like he's that protector of you, like a father. Like he's so proud of how strong you are, and he wants to just like be there to protect you at all times. But he's like, she's got this. Like, I'm protecting from this side. She's got this. He was your best friend? Okay, well, he definitely feels so protective over you, like a father. Claire, we'll definitely have to talk more in person about that card next time we connect. But thank you so much for connecting in with me tonight. I hope Billy's message resonated, and that 5 of Pentacles reversed. It really, when I see that card right side up, it's always a card of like wounded and victim. But when it's reversed, it's talking about getting on the other side of that, you know, really healing that energy. So you're on the right path. You're healing. You're leveling up. And 5, again, we're going into May, 5th month. We also have 5 months ahead of us of Pluto retrograde, which is all about transformation, endings, and new beginnings. So, you know, over the next 5 months and over May, you're going to see different scenarios be triggered that will make you think and make you question. So, yeah, we're all on this journey together, love. Hey, Darcy, thanks for tuning in. And hello to anyone else that said hi and I missed. When I'm connecting in, I barely see the comments. All right, you guys. I think I'm feeling one more on Facebook, and then we'll head over to TikTok before I deplete all of my energy. Just resetting. All right, you guys. If you're having fun, throw me some thumbs. If you want this last reading, throw me those hearts. Hey, Michelle. If I'm going to show a code. First one on my end to comment with the code will get this last reading. And if I call your name, just be ready with, if you have a question, let me know the question. If you want to just go with the flow, say go with the flow. And if you want to connect in with the angel, say the angel's name. Last code of the night is 9999. Oh, Claire, I know. They're the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Just ignore them. I'm trying to block them. But there are many. Thanks. Yeah, they're so annoying. If you answer them, they're going to scare you. They tell people, oh, there is a curse on you, and if you don't pay me $500, then I'm going to make it worse. Like, I'll put it on your whole face. Like, they're nasty. So just block them and ignore, and I'm trying to block them on my end. All right, Jennifer Red White, you came through for the last one. Yay, congratulations. And thank you guys all for hanging out tonight. If you wanted a reading and you didn't get through, make sure to watch the replay, because at the beginning I did a group reading. I just pulled one card, and I really feel like it will give you some clarity on whatever your questions might be. Yeah, and also join me on TikTok. If you didn't get through on here, who knows, maybe you'll get through on there. And if you come on TikTok, share the video, because let's see if we can get to like 15,000 again. It's exciting. All right, Jen Red White, let me know if you have a question or want to go with the flow. Just going to connect on in. All right, we're calling Rita. All right, here, let me show you the card first. We got the King of Swords reversed, and I love when the faces come up because they are just kind of validating this angel for us. So the King of Swords is that energy, that no BS type of energy, and I feel like that's exactly how Rita is coming in, like just very, you know, like very smart, spiritual too. Like she had very good intuition, a good connection with, you know, her spirit team on the other side, and she is very, I feel like she was the person who would be like, kick them to the curb, cut that cord, you know, just like the mom we were connecting with earlier, just very clear and cut, you know, get to the point of it, that just no BS type of attitude. That's what this king represents. I'm connecting in with the lungs with Rita, so I don't know if there was an issue with the lungs or with breathing towards the end. Is this, like, I feel like a mother energy with her for you, but I don't know if she's actually mom or just someone who loved you like the mom and wanted to nurture you like the mom. But just listening. She's telling me she definitely had some struggles. She had some struggles in this life, towards the end especially. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But again, her too, she was a fighter till the end. She was funny till the end. She's telling me, like, until she couldn't anymore, she was still, you know, making people laugh and telling funny things. Okay, aunt and godmom. That makes sense why I wasn't confident saying mom, so but I felt that energy about her. I'm just smelling her house filled with like these delicious smells. Did you guys go over there for any holidays or anything, or was she the one that would like bake and bring the foods to you? I'm smelling almost like a gravy or like a sauce or something too. So I just feel like she loved to cook. Like that was kind of like her love language. Like I feel like you could kind of still get whiffs of her even now. You know, like you'll smell her special recipe and be like whoa, you know, get that flashback. Oh, every holiday she loved that. That meant the world to her. To her family, family was so important to her. I don't know if she was religious, because I see like a cross with her, or sometimes they show me a cross just to represent like religious in different religions too. But I really do feel like a good faith with her. Oh, grandmom cooking. Yeah, those are very special times to her. And just like the people gathering together. I feel with her too that she was very, like, she was good at expressing herself when she needed to. Like, you know, she she sometimes could maybe, like, be a little outspoken of, like, giving her opinion when you didn't really want it. And I feel like, you know, even in spirit sometimes you'll have to be like, all right, I hear you, you know, because she'll let you know even now, like, I don't like that, or she gives in her 2 cents. Italian Catholic, I love it because I felt like I was in my family's house on Christmas Eve. Like, I couldn't pick if it was the cookies or the dinner because it was just delicious smelling. Very warm energy, very just loving. I feel a big family around her, so I don't know if she personally had a big family or just, you know, in spirit and just all around her. But I feel like she is acknowledging that a lot of people loved her. And she just loved everybody back. She just wants to say hi to the whole family, to all the kids. She wants to say hi to, does she have grandbabies? Because she's telling, or does she have grandbabies now? Because she wants to send the grandbabies her love. So I don't know if that connects in. There's a man with her too, she's showing me. So I don't know. I feel the man that's with her, she just wants me to point him out to say that, like, we're back together again. So I don't know if this is dad or husband or brother, but they're not really coming through. But she's with the family, and she's still just her beautiful, bubbly little self. You know, I just feel such a sweetness about her. Okay, it is her husband. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, everybody's. She says, we still have the holidays, you know, we still celebrate, and they're going to be around with everybody. Is there a birthday or a holiday coming up in May? Because she wants to acknowledge that also. It could be a anniversary as well. But yeah, she's sending me some flowers for May to give to you. So whoever those are intended for, please pass that message along from her. Thank you so much for connecting in with me, Jen, and for everybody else. I hope you got a little bit of, you know, comfort knowing that she's around you and that all of your spirits are hanging out with you guys. Thanks for hanging out. This was awesome. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Definitely watch the replay if you didn't see the beginning, because there is a lot of energy going on right now. And, you know, we talked a little bit about that too. And come hang out on TikTok with me if you feel like it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have an awesome rest of your night. Amazing weekend, and happy May, happy new moon, happy Pluto retrograde, happy solar eclipse, happy Mercury retrograde shadow. There's a lot. We got this. All right. Good night.